Okay, well, YouTube seems to like to play this stupid game where I can't make comments on videos and talk about the same thing the video is talking about. And even if I use the same type of wording that the person in the video uses, like unalive themselves or trans person, whatever, this and that.
Here's some ways that male privilege.
This and that. Um, it deletes my comments if I write them down. I don't. I think. I guess. I guess YouTube just thinks writing something like a paragraph or three sentences is way more offensive than the actual like minute and a half long video or 3 minute video or whatever. So since I can't make the comment I wanted to make, we're going to make a video so I can speak the comment I wanted to make. And instead of writing it down and like maybe nobody seeing it and nobody caring, I can make this video. It'll go on my channel. It'll be there forever. I have the ability to share it to X and Facebook and everything else. So, yeah, I don't even know why I even bother writing anything anymore because it's just going to get deleted by the moderators because the moderators know better than the rest of us. They're the ones that protect us all from the bad words that people say because we all were raised with sticks and stones may break your bones but words will fucking kill you. Yeah, that's the saying, right? That's the saying, right? Sticks and stones may break my bones but words will fucking kill me. I'm pretty sure that's the saying. No, that's not the saying. That's not what I grew up with, but that's what kids today are growing up with. So I'm going to fucking roast this person, and I don't want to. I just wanted to say something on the internet and type it down. But as soon as I typed it down, YouTube made sure to delete it. It didn't even last fucking 3 seconds. So instead of typing it down to where a minimal amount of people will see it, hear it, whatever, now I'm going to roast this poor person for no fucking reason other than the fact that YouTube just deleted my fucking comment. So now I have to make a video about it. So if you have a problem with anything that I say in this video, talk to YouTube.
Exists because I've experienced it. Number one, with this is my finger. I can get an Uber home at any time of night, and I really don't have to be that worried about it.
You should be a little bit worried. You look about 5 foot tall.
Number two, I can walk around pretty much anywhere late at night.
Again, 5 foot tall, mate. You look like a fucking twig.
So don't have to worry about it. When I assert my opinion and I'm firm about it, I'm seen as strong and powerful.
I bet you're not.
When women do the same thing, they're seen as rude and bitchy. When I was still seen as a girl, if I would go to interact in groups of men, I could almost always guarantee that one of them would look at my chest.
Yeah, tits. Duh.
And objectify me, and it made me feel uncomfortable, and that never happens to me now.
Fucking Are You Okay Day is for you. That's what it's for.
All right. Well, my comment was pretty innocuous. Yeah, guys like looking at tits. This trans person, what the fuck? this trans person is fucking ugly. It, it, if that was a woman before, and now it's a man, it's an ugly man too. It is not a good looking person. And I'm saying it just to be, because I don't know what their fucking pronouns are, so we'll just go with it. It is a man now. Well, it'll never be a man. I don't think there's a surgery where they could give it a penis. It'll still always have a vagina for the rest of its life. But it's an ugly man. So the only redeeming factor, and again, the only thing I posted on YouTube was, yeah, men were looking at your tits. That's a compliment. Ugly women, uh, the only redeeming factor of a woman that ugly that decides to trans to a man and is still an ugly fucking man, the only redeeming quality to that person was the fact that that person had tits and a vagina. That person is ugly as fuck. I don't even understand how we live in this situation. Seriously, when did The Incredibles come out? The Incredibles came out in what, like 2007, 2008? No, not even that late. Like 2006? And, and what was the theme? What did the little boy say in The Incredibles when it came out? A Disney movie? If everybody is special, then no one is special. You're not fucking special. You're disgusting. You've got fucking open wounds on your face. You've got a patchy beard. You are not a good looking person. And you used to be a woman? And you transitioned to be an ugly, even uglier man? Like, holy fuck. At least if you were a woman, you could have the excuse of using makeup or something to try and make yourself look better. Guys would still look at you because you had tits, but you cut those off. You sewed up your vagina. You started taking drugs so you'd grow hair everywhere to make yourself even uglier. And you have the nerve to talk about, yeah, well, I'm safe wherever I go. Yeah, you're fucking ugly. Well, when I had tits, guys looked at me, but now that I don't have tits, duh! You were ugly before you cut your tits off. That is I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to roast you, but you've been ugly since birth. And I'm going to guess that your parents are gorgeous because that's usually the way it works. Two really good looking people will have an ugly kid, while two really ugly people will have a good looking kid. That's just the way it works. I don't know why it works that way, but 9 times out of 10, that's the fucking way it works. You bitch, and yes, bitch, because I guarantee, well, you still have a vagina. You might have fucking cut your tits off, maybe even fucking had your fucking uterus surgically removed, but you still have a vagina because There's no fucking surgery to give you a penis that works. So you don't have a dick. You're taking all of these drugs, and I guarantee you still use the women's restroom because you still have women parts, and you don't feel comfortable going into a men's restroom or a men's locker room because the moment you're not going, unlike the fucking trans women, if you can call them that, that just, I'm a trans woman, and walk into women's restrooms and everything with their dick and balls hanging out, and naturally born women are supposed to be okay with that. That never happens in the men's bathroom or the men's locker room because you bitches don't feel comfortable there because you still got woman parts. I've never in my entire life met a trans person, and I grew up in California, in Sacramento, Northern California. I've I used to spend every weekend in San Francisco. Met a lot of gay people. Never in my life have I run into a they them fucking creepy fucking weirdo on TikTok. Never. Never. And you'd think living in Northern California, living in a big city, spending time in an even bigger city, I'd at least run into one. No, I run into plenty of gay people. Gay people are pretty fucking cool. They're gay. They let you know I'm a lesbian. All right, have a good day. That I'm. Hey, what's up? I'm gay. Yeah, I'm straight. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was barking up the wrong tree, but I'd bark up the wrong tree a lot. That's flattering. Thank you, sir. You have a good day. They, but these trans people nowadays, like, what the fuck? You're a disgusting person. You were ugly in the first place, and you were failed by your parents or parent, because I'm guessing that dad wasn't there or mom wasn't there. I'm guessing grandma and grandpa weren't there. Aunt and uncle weren't there. And yet, we live in a society now where businesses are trying to cater to this, like, what, 3% of the world's population? I'm pretty sure that's a bad business idea. You kind of want to cater to the majority of people. Like, and the worst part is these businesses aren't figuring that out because they're being run by these woke, like almost every corporate job is filled by a ideologue, a professional protester, a professional activist, not professionals in their job. No, like their entire life is based around the fact that they're miserable, and they want everybody else to be miserable. For instance, all of these DEI hires in video games. We need to make video games woke and put gay. The people you are trying, like, I don't, these people are like on the internet terminally, but they're on the wrong parts of the internet. They're just on the parts of the internet that constantly tell them and and reaffirm them that their ideas are right. Because I don't know if you've ever been on the internet, but the same people that are making video games will refer to video game players as neckbeards and incels, and these are people that have been fans of video game gamers. Even women that are like, you're an incel, until they find out, because unfortunately the internet is full of a bunch of fucking fake people. So there's a lot of guys on the internet that pretend they're women. There's also a lot of women on the internet that pretend they're men just so they'll get accepted. And women will get called incels and neckbeards for having a fucking opposite. And the people that are making these games and calling gamers incels, they they don't play games. They've never played video. They look down on people that play video games. They look down on their fan base. These people that are making movies. Like I just watched like the lady that made Acolyte. She just literally in an interview just talked shit about Star Wars fans, about how we're all incels and neckbeards, and she wanted to make a movie about how lesbians fuck, but uh, she had to make it about Star Wars and had to follow George Lucas's thing. So she had to add that in when all she wanted to do was make a lesbian porn movie. Seriously, if you listen to her interview, that is literally the gist of her interview. She just wanted to make a porno, but because Disney hired her, she had to make it. She had to add Star Wars into it, and she was mad about it. Like this shit has got to stop. Video games, movies, TV, all of that is supposed to be an escape from reality. People like those things because they are an escape from reality. It lets you go into a fantasy world. It encourages imagination and creativity. But all of these motherfuckers that for some reason constantly scream about diversity in everything and for some reason all look alike. Like doesn't matter what color you are. I could tell by looking at you by the way you dress and the way you carry yourself and what color how you put your hair, and 100% of the time you've got these wide brim glasses. I can tell right off the bat who you're going to vote for, but like you create your own fucking stereotype, but diversity is supposed to be a thing and you all look alike. You are so miserable. Your lives are so fucking miserable that you can't stand to see the rest of us smile. So you want to ruin the things we like just because you don't consume that shit. People making Star Wars and Marvel these women never read a comic book. Are you fucking serious? They never read a fucking comic book. They didn't grow up. I grew up with these stories. No, you didn't. You're a fucking liar. No, you did. I never saw anybody that looked like you in a comic book store in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s or the 2010s. Never. Nobody that looked like you was ever in any of those stores. Oh, I ordered them to my house. No, you didn't. You were never in a GameStop. You were never, yeah, you were in a Blockbuster, but you weren't there to rent video games. You were there to rent movies. And you probably bitched about the movies that your family rented because it was, hey, there's not enough gay people fucking in this movie. We live in a very disgusting world. And I wish I could own a gun.